Ladies and gentlemen, the Cayo Perico heist has seen some changes with the release of the Santos Drug Wars DLC. In this video, I'll be going over all those changes, as well as to basically how to mitigate these changes and, well, I guess with a bit of an updated route, I guess. It won't do very much difference at all. In the grand scheme of things, nothing has really changed for a solo player and how you approach stuff, though there's a few more things you have to keep in mind. Whether this is a bug or not so much, it does seem to be that sometimes guards are able to spot you through a wall. In this example I'm showing on the screen right now, I'm trying to get my secondary loot going, even though there wasn't any, but the guard was able to spot me through the wall, whereas another time he wasn't. The same thing applies at this secondary loot location in the main docks. The camera can spot you through the wall. Now this is something that's not really new, but I still found it worth pointing out because it happened to me a couple of times and it's a bug that is still incredibly annoying. But the main change with this update to the Cayo Perico heist is the fact that guards now actually are no longer blind. Whenever a guard can spot a dead body, the alarms will be erased. Yes, they will now finally no longer be blind as a dog. So that will mean that you might have to think twice about whether or not you want to take out a guard, because there's now a little bit more of a risk to the fact when doing so. In the example I'm showing on screen, I just shoot this guard for the sake of shooting him, but then a patrol car goes by and the alarms are erased. So normally you don't even have to shoot him, so that was really changed all that much. In terms of the route of the finale itself, honestly, it doesn't really change much. If there's one thing that you would probably want to change in case you are someone who likes to take a little bit longer, or more specifically is going through a 2-player or more scenario, then you probably want to take out the big boy with the minigun first. Doing so is actually pretty simple. You just follow what I'm doing on screen. I've shown you both of the long VIN as well as the Casaca approaches, so you know what route to take. Generally speaking though, from a solo player perspective, in both the Casaca and the long VIN approaches, the route really doesn't change at all. You can still do the exact same thing as you've done before, but one minor thing I would advise you to change, just in case stuff doesn't go as smoothly as it should be, is waiting until this particular guard goes behind the small little wall. Even if the minigun boyo will go around the map and trying to find some dead bodies, he will not be able to spot him because he's behind that wall. Make sure to do so, because if you do take out this guard where he normally just stands still when you enter the compound, the big boyo with the minigun will be able to spot him as he's strolling around. So make sure to keep that in mind. It might take you a few extra seconds, it's a little bit safer, but if you're quick enough, honestly, you probably don't even have to worry about that at all. And finally, whether this is a bug or is intended, not entirely sure, but you're now able to be seen inside of these small houses where the gold bars are at. So keep that one in mind. Maybe take out a few extra guards if necessary. Cameras are obviously also able to spot bodies as well, so it might make sense to take a few extra cameras and a few extra guards and kind of keep a closer eye on your minimap before you enter one of these compounds. Having said that, you can take out 5 of the 6 cameras inside of the compound before the alarms are raised, so don't worry about it too much. Most of the time there really is no reason to take them out. There might be 1 or 2 that warrant to take out. And if you want personal thoughts on this, personally there is not really much that changes for most people, I would assume. Sometimes you might have to think twice before making a certain move, but that does make the heist a little bit more interesting and a little bit more challenging, which is something that I think the heist was lacking. So I, for one, kind of welcome the change. Obviously, some of the weirder bugs with guards being able to see you through walls might be something that they have to look into. But those are just some of my thoughts. Of course, I'd love to know what you think in the comments down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed or found it useful. Subscribe for more. And if you like what you see on the channel, become a member. Like Chloe, KFC Chicken, Not Fatigue, Maddie, and GTA Plus. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all later.